home with Tracy and the Big D, and joining us tonight is a one-girl band herself, Vanessa Delaine. Vanessa, congratulations, I've got to say, number 16 on this week's Country Songs Top 40 charts with How Can He Love You, and boom, straight up into number 3 with One Girl Band. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
2 in a top 20. How does it make you feel?
Well, it's 25 years since I wrote these songs, so it's like 25 times what anybody else would normally feel.
Now, you mentioned 25 years, but why now? Why 25 years later are we bringing it all back?
Well, I guess the thing is, it wasn't something that I ever thought I would do. It was only something that really occurred to me in December last year. And 2 things happened. I got notified that one of my songs off my album, Wild and Free, got to number 2 in Europe. And it was a story song. And I thought to myself, my gosh, if they really like story songs, then maybe my songs from my first album might, they might like them. So that was my first thought. And so then I went and got all the old cassette tapes out because, of course, that's all I had.
Yes.
Started having a little listen and thought about, is this a possibility? What's going to be involved in releasing this? My kids walked into the room and they said, "Oh, Mum, we've never heard these versions of these songs before." They knew the songs, but they had never heard these particular mixes. And they said, "Oh my God, they're so good. Why haven't you shared them with everybody?" And I was like, really? At first I sort of had to start getting my head around this whole thing of people might want to hear these songs. I went, okay, well, let's do this because next year I'm celebrating 25 years since I recorded them. Back 25 years ago, we didn't have Spotify or digital distribution or anything like that. It was hard to get any music to radio. My songs, they were just on cassette tapes, and I gave them to friends and family, Christmas presents and that sort of thing. And of course all my friends and family loved them, but apart from going to music festivals and swapping them with other artists, there wasn't a lot of avenues. So I always some way felt like the songs didn't get the chance that my later albums have had. So I really got excited about the opportunity to release the new album, the old album again. Interestingly enough, because COVID happened, my old producer from 25 years ago, Glenn Langford, suddenly became available and said to me, well, I think I can probably extract all those old songs off the DAT tape, which is like the digital master that you put the songs back on those days. No one has a DAT machine these days, so he had to borrow one off somebody to do this. But he said, yeah, well, why don't I extract all those songs for you and remaster them? Have you had anybody remaster them? I said, nobody has done anything with these songs since you last had them. That was very exciting, and 3 weeks later, he'd fully remastered everything. He must have given me like 30 songs, like so many different mixes of each song. We had a couple of things where we realised they hadn't been saved to the DAT master, which was a bit sad. But again, technology is so amazing that he was able to actually rebuild 3 songs that were on my cassette tape. They became the 1995 sessions. So that's why there's an extra CD. The One Girl Band 25 years plus the 1995 sessions. Now, to rebuild those 1995 sessions, the technology is amazing. So extracting a vocal off that song and putting it on this one and remixing it, and, well, pretty amazing stuff if you ask me.
And it is nice to see that the audiences are enjoying it. They're looking forward to like the next one that came along, and we're getting great response from all the charts.
Yeah, I'm truly, truly so humbled, honestly. It's the biggest gift to have so much love for these songs after I've sat on them for 25 years. It's just been such a beautiful gift that people have just loved them so much. And, as a songwriter, all you want is people to enjoy the music that you write, and you hope that it means something to them. So it's been a really awesome time.
So we've released the 2 at the moment. How many more off the album do you think you're going to release?
I really just planned, this year was going to be the year where I celebrate this album. And I hadn't really thought about next year because I already have been in production for another album. Because as a songwriter, you always have so many songs you want to get recorded. So this year I was only thinking, just play, release these songs out this year and we'll have some fun with that. But you know what's happening? It's like every time I release something, everybody wants to know, well, what's the next one going to be that I'm going to release? So I might find that I'm actually releasing more than I anticipated.
And see, the times do change and things do happen for a reason. But for people that haven't got the album yet or don't want to wait for the next single and want to grab them all early, how can they do that?
The best place to get a copy from me is actually on my website, which is www.vanessadelaine.com. Now, Delaine is spelt Delaine. If they purchase an album, they get an automatic download of the whole lot. If they just want to get one track, they can download that. There's a really good process happening there for people.
Well, we'll have all those links at the end of the podcast as well. So those can look down underneath the podcast here and you'll be able to find all those links. Just one click and you'll be able to see everything Vanessa Delaine. Vanessa, thank you so much for joining us tonight. And I'm sure we'll catch up pretty soon. By the sounds of it, we're going to be releasing some more singles. So we'll catch up soon. But enjoy the success of these ones. We look forward to a lot more from Vanessa Delaine.